I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
I need to know.
You got to tell him no. Let's jump right into it, man. The Diddy lawsuit opens a whole new angle on Michael Jackson's passing and his life story. On Monday, we covered Diddy's weird situations. Well, odd situations on video. Let's call it that. But today we're gonna look back as well, not only to Diddy, but also the connections, the weird situations he's in right now, and looking back at another great musician, Michael Jackson, who had the music industry in a stronghold. All these conspiracy theories, we're gonna look back. There is someone who has a video out there. We're gonna analyze it and see whether is it hitting or is it not hitting? RJ.
Yeah, man, the conspiracy theories are going wild. So it's all over the place. But some things, KR, it's not really conspiracy. It might be just the wrong guess. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you know that something's up, but you can't say exactly what it is. But something's up. And hey, everyone wondered how it's possible that things happen to certain people in certain moments. Hey, that's a bit, is it a coincidence? Is it divine intervention? Or is it I can see? But in any case, guys, before we proceed, let's first and foremost, thank you for being here. Remind you to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. And as you know, we've been highlighting the best comments in a couple of shows right now, the best comments in the previous week. So if you think you have a hot take, drop it down in the comment section, and if we select it as the hot take of the week, it might get mentioned in a future show. KR.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get right into it, man. This is lawsuit. Is it exposing the music industry? Who knows? For those who don't know, the more you look into the music industry, the more you see these weird patterns, right? Recently, Ian Carroll, for those who don't know, is one of the people who drops videos on both Twitter or X and IG. He has some interesting views on things. So I came across this, so I thought it was maybe a good thing to step away from the daily situations to see what else we can find in this uh, 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 gray area where we're in right now relating to the music industry. Is it that everyone who stepped out of line and started speaking out, how artists are being treated by executives, industries? Why did they all slandered, smeared, and sometimes, well, they meet their maker? Is it probably coincidence or is it just what it is? Today we're gonna take a look and analyze or talk about the video by Ian. For those who don't know, fair use. Shout out to Ian. I don't know if he hits people with copyrights, but I hope not. Let's start.
Jackson conspiracy theories are back on the table. P. Diddy's sexual blackmail ring puts Michael Jackson's whole life story in a whole new light. So this new lawsuit just came out that shows tons of evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a sexual blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but in the rap and music industry for basically 30 years. And in that lawsuit, we learned that his head of security while he's running the sexual blackmail ring is this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who before working for Diddy was the head of security for Michael Jackson when he was only 21.
Wait. So
Not-
wait.
we're not even 30 seconds in.
Wait. Because I didn't think that well, because I didn't. So I read some things, and you hear some things, but 30 seconds in, and it's already like what? At
That's why it's
22 years of age,
yeah.
head of
Fresh out
security.
of college.
Yeah. Now, some people will say
He's
that
talented.
he's talented. Others might say that Michael knew him 8 years already. We don't know what the truth is, guys. We don't know if he was a visitor at Neverland, but it's what? Okay.
Hey, it's
So,
gonna get spookier, RJ. Wait.
all right, cool.
Let's see. Let's go back. Let me spin it a little bit back.
Now you can just play. Yeah, okay, there.
Now it's not. Now it has to load. Anyway, it's a crazy situation, right? Where you have this guy who's quite young. How often do you see that person of his age being head of security? Doesn't happen that often.
Who just
Doesn't happen that often. So, hey, he better be extraordinary at what he does. Let's continue.
tons of evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a sexual blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but his
Here it
head
is.
of security while he's running the sexual blackmail ring is this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who before working for Diddy was the head of security for Michael Jackson when he was only 21. And he was one of the first people on the scene when Michael Jackson died. And before we go to Michael Jackson, the most important part of the Diddy case to bring across is the fact that the record executives at the very top knew what P. Diddy was doing. They were attending the parties with underage girls where they were spiking drinks. They were deeply involved in Diddy's personal life. And all evidence points to them supporting his operation, or at the very least, turning a blind eye to it. So let's revisit Michael Jackson, the king of pop, knowing what we know today. Starting in 1993, Michael Jackson was repeatedly accused of inappropriate things with children. And
Thank God he didn't use the word. Good thing he didn't use the word. We would have gotten deleted by YouTube. But yeah, he's been accused of that. One thing people never talk about, right? He was getting accused, but the FBI did a search on that because if he really was doing it, he would have been locked up. But let's see what else he has to say about that situation.
most of us eventually took that story and were like, okay, that's messed up. Michael Jackson's a bad dude, without necessarily taking into account the way that the press had been smearing him in really messed up ways for years. And then a bunch of documentaries were made before and after his death, smearing him left, right, and center. But the Diddy lawsuit directly points out and reminds us that the people that own the record companies also own the media publishing businesses that can print the tabloids. They have close relationships with the people that own the newspapers and the magazines that print these stories, that make these movies. That's how they offer record contracts to people and then get them to the top of the charts right away. That is, if they play ball, if you know what I mean. But when you actually look into the evidence, the FBI were investigating Jackson for 10 full years, and they presented no evidence of criminal conduct on Jackson's part. The files have been declassified and you can view them yourself. They include a raid of his home where they confiscated all electronics. This is their ID number that you'll see. We're talking computers, hard drives, cell phones, where they say the amount of gigabytes. And then following are pages like this where they have the ID of the different devices and they all say nothing. Literally, they all say this. They found nothing. But that didn't stop the press from running made-up stories about how secret FBI files revealed that Jackson had paid millions in hush money to dozens of boys he had abused,
KR.
despite the FBI files.
Are you saying? Is he saying? Just to be clear, if I understand what if I understand what he's saying, is he saying that the FBI didn't have any evidence that Michael was guilty of wrongdoings, despite the media tabloids? Is that what he's saying?
Two zeros. 2 zeros.
Wow.
Think about it, right? Think about it. If he was really doing it, it's a you would get prosecuted.
Yeah.
The fact he was
Especially if
never prosecuted
yeah.
tells you a lot about whether he did it or not.
Yeah. Because we can never say with 100% certainty whether he did or he didn't. But by the rumors in the tabloids, you would seem like you would think that they had all this evidence
No.
and s- didn't proceed with prosecution.
If he was, they are prosecuting Diddy on a whiff right now. Imagine if he was if Michael Jackson was diddling with kids
Yeah.
on a grand scale, because of course that's what the media made us believe all these years,
Yeah.
that he was a kid diddler, true and true.
Yeah.
He was just a weirdo. That doesn't mean that he was diddling with kids. Hey, hell, even Michael Jackson, even Trump said he used to play with these kids, and he said that the guy didn't diddle with the kids. He loves kids. And
Yeah.
imagine the fact that it's been to the media. I mean, it's clear a smear campaign.
Right. And
Clearly, a
what he's
smear.
saying is that there's a connection because the label companies own. Is he saying that the label companies own the same?
Have interest.
Yeah. So
in-
and they own the media companies or have stakes in the media companies.
They
And okay,
Maybe you
okay,
pay ads. I mean, there have been rumors that certain companies, not going to say what type of companies, pay ads to certain media teams. So that way, certain things are not covered the right way.
yeah, okay, clear.
We know the uncle.
Yeah,
Uncle was looking real
your
weird.
favorite Uncle Vid.
My favorite uncle. That time looked very weird if you look back.
Blood
So
clot.
let's continue. It's crazy, RJ. It gets even crazier.
Directly negating that statement. And to be clear, Jackson was a weird dude. He grew up in one of the most effed up environments imaginable. He had basically no father figure and was kept from his mother. And the press has repeatedly tried to make him seem even weirder to us. But sometimes they publish articles trying to make him seem like wacko jacko, which is super racist. We'll get into that another time. But they actually wind up just showing his humanity, like how he's shocked by the real world because he doesn't understand it. In this article, they explain how when he first saw a homeless person, he was like, "What's that?" And his driver had to explain to him what a homeless person was. And he was like, holy shit. And he made them stop the car and he watched for a while, then gave the woman $300. And then when they saw that a man that she was with was about to try to take it from her, Jackson went and gave him $300. And she was crying and said that he'd saved her. And then he spent the rest of that day driving around, giving out $100 bills to homeless people, saying how it's just amazing that the world could be so messed up. He sang about this kind of stuff all the time.
Imagine how out of touch you have to be, how rich you have to be, how you don't even know that there are homeless people out there.
What's that?
What is that? He's lucky he's not living in 2024 LA.
What's that? That's an emotional. That's a electric vehicle. What's that? That's an airplane. What's that? That's a homeless person. And
It's crazy, RJ.
Thank
The
you.
guy was so rich. He was living in such a
bubble.
a bubble. Yeah, it's a bubble. You cannot describe it any other way. And I think because he was living in the bubble his whole life, because he was from a young age, he was basically kept into this bubble up until he was older, a man. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's continue.
In that same article, they also confirmed that he likes women, not underage ones, and he had a secret girlfriend that he was seeing on the side, but keeping it away from his kids, and would always be back before they woke up. So they branded him as Wacko Jacko early on and just like totally annihilated his public image. But what you might not have known is that that is a direct reference to a monkey, a fighting monkey from an old, like, who was like a cartoon character, basically. His name was Jacko Macaco. And for the longest time, you could actually buy Jacko monkey dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Screwed up, man. It's screwed up. The guy drops videos. Every time I watch his video, I'm like, what? What?
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
What's his so where can people find him?
People can find him on his Twitter. His Twitter is cancel CLOCO.
All right. I just give credit to the creator. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Ian. Shout out to Ian, man. He's been making great content, man.
Yeah.
He's creating great content. Let's try to speed it up a little bit and see if we can get through it right away. Let's see.
Because you want to go get to the 9
We
minutes?
talk about
No. We're not gonna make it to the 9 minutes. So
Okay.
how all the boys that accused him of things actually were in the middle of launching really successful entertainment industry careers when they made those allegations.
remember the things that people say you have to do to get into the door. Let me speed it up. Let's speed that back. Let's put it back.
Monkey dolls. And we could talk about how all the boys that accused him of things actually were in the middle of launching really successful entertainment industry careers when they made those allegations about what had allegedly happened to them when they were tiny children, despite having previously gone on their stand and under oath saying that nothing had ever happened. But that would just be a waste of time. One of the far more interesting and relevant.
And this is the part I think we can say. Let me see. You want to check the part of his estate?
Yeah.
Okay, let me skip to the part to his estate.
I mean, you watched the video, so you know which one is the.
I know which one is the.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
It's reloading again. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, what do you think about this so far? Do you see the way the media and music industry works a little bit?
Yeah,
Maybe you
because
can-
listen, I mean, I've known for a long time that it's the same, more or less the same people, but I guess I underestimate the power and influence, right? Because it's the power and influence is
Speeches, and
there.
they took
It's
everything.
immense, actually, and so I can fathom what it is. But when you read it like this, if you get it to you on a silver, if you get the information on a silver platter, clearly and with evidence, I mean, it's still conclusions that you're drawing, right? But it's the question is it a coincidence or is it fate?
That's always the biggest question. Is it coincidence or is this real what we're seeing? So fair use. Again, shout out to Ian.
The Jews are, we're probably referring to the Jews in the music industry, are like leeches and that they just get allegations or those insults. You realize that because of his will that was probably fake and filed right before his death. So the will was signed on July 7th in Los Angeles by 3 witnesses. But Jackson's family pointed out that he was in New York that day and there's video proving it. So they changed their story. But the witnesses definitely saw it and it was just in New York. So anyways, because of this will, John Branca was put in charge of his estate, which included his net worth of $230 million, but far more importantly, his 50% share of Sony ATV worth $750 million. Yes, he was taking on Sony. He was going after the hand that feeds him. And when you look into John Branca, in 2003, Jackson fired Branca because he was siphoning money out of Jackson's accounts in collusion with Sony Music CEO Tommy Mottola and funneling it through a bunch of offshore accounts in the Caribbean. John Branca is Jewish, and
So this is where basically what you see is that maybe the person who's managing the estate doesn't have the best interest for the guy. Then you go back to who was protecting him, and then I'm gonna close it out. Fair use.
Career, his head of security was Bill
I mean,
about it. We'll make another video about that. For most of Jackson's career, his head of security was Bill Bray, who was his mentor and basically his father. And the two were extremely close. Bill ran his security until he was 70 when he retired, and Jackson continued to pay his medical bills until he died at age 80. This is a letter that Michael Jackson wrote to Bill that is both really touching and really enlightens you as to the state of Michael Jackson's education and his perspective on the world and his life story. Pause if you want to read that. But then once Bill retired, Jackson was then protected by other security people that came and went. And he wound up with this guy who has direct connections to Diddy's sexual blackmail operations, who was directly complicit in covering up crimes for Diddy, in covering up murders, covering up drug use, prostitution, human trafficking. This is the guy that was protecting Michael Jackson the day that he died. The day that he was overdosed on drugs after he was probably already asleep, and the only witnesses, there were no witnesses to the crime. I'm honestly kind of surprised that this guy never got checked into as a suspect. I'm not trying to make any allegations. I'm just saying anyone can inject a dude with lots of propofol. So, knowing what you know now about the entertainment industry, about the world, about how this all works, about Israel, I suggest you re-examine the story of Michael Jackson and you re-listen to some of his lyrics. I bet if I include the song, they'll take the video down for copyright as a way to silence this video, but you should probably re-listen to the lyrics for "They Don't Really Care About Us." And if you find the censored version, you should probably find out what the words that they censored are. And you know, looking into this whole story of Michael Jackson, the one thing that I couldn't stop thinking about is, man, that sounds a lot like Kanye West.
mute. Muted.
So I said, why does he draw? I didn't. We skipped a couple of parts, but he said you understand about something, and then he said Israel. Does he also talk about Israel in the video?
Well,
Okay.
not about Israel. He didn't talk about Israel. He talked about the people living in Israel.
Okay.
So maybe it's a he misspoke, but he thought
Maybe he
about
said it.
he talked about the song or something that Michael said about certain people in the industry, which sounds a lot like what Kanye was saying.
Yeah.
That's what he was pointing
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Gotcha. But I think we talked about it. Like we talked about it as well in the past.
Yep.
We tend to group people. So what do people have in common? So black people look for black people, and so on and so forth. And so everyone does it, right? They would say, hey, if a couple of black people
rob the store.
they would say all black people are or black people are dangerous, or black people are thieves. But it's not there. It needs to be nuanced. Let me put it like that. So, but hey, and your question is, because there's definitely a connection. But I never thought so. Okay, so let me tell you what I thought. Okay, why I was shocked at the beginning of this segment.
Yeah.
Because I know how things work as it relates to power, right? When you have people in power, doesn't matter if they're elected democratically, doesn't matter if they take the power, doesn't matter if they are power behind the scenes. When you have a lot of power, lives of people become less and less important if your values are not in place. So what is one life compared to all the other interests that I'm serving? Sometimes it's not even my interest alone, but I need to look for everyone else. And that life can be taken by unaliving someone, but it can also be through ruining someone, smear campaigns. It can happen in so many ways. So I thought that we were gonna do like a comparison But to tell me that it's the same dude
Yeah,
that was
it's wild.
there,
Wild.
it's come
It's
on.
very wild. And just to think about this is a crazy part, right? Ian Carroll, shout out to him. He dropped this, I mean, quite a long time ago. When do you think he dropped this one?
Well, he's already talking about Diddy allegations. So I would say 2023. I would say
Dropped this in March 2024.
okay.
And check this one out. Fair use.
I've been hearing that theory about, the corporations. Listen, I could be totally wrong. I don't think that there's too many people that are important enough for a corporation to want to do all this to.
Yeah.
There's only one person, I really mean this when I say this, and I know this is.
Before he says anything, this dude to me, I find Charlemagne hilarious as a host. Except, so when he talks about politics and he has his politics and structures, he has zero credibility. He has zero credibility. So I'll let you play it. But and listen, this man is a very funny man. I love it. I love he's a great host. He has a great personality. He's a funny guy. But what did Chappelle say? Who the F wants to hear about Ja Rule? So the same thing, and it's when it comes to politics and matters like that. Who the F wants to hear about Charlemagne? That's what I think. But I guess people will say that about us as well. But okay, let's continue.
Who knows? But hey, let's continue. Fair use.
Great conspiracy theory. There's only one person I believe in Hollywood who people conspired to actually take down.
Who?
I'm talking about a mass conspiration. Anytime they take you down, it's people conspiring.
Yeah.
But it's usually because you did some shit.
Yeah.
But I think that there's one person who they really took down because he had too much power, and I believe that person was Michael Jackson.
Wow.
I truly believe that. And the reason I believe that is because you can look into the story. We had Deion Cole on Breakfast Club today. Deion Cole told us a story about how he got high with Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney told him, Paul McCartney and Michael used to be real cool. Paul was telling Michael, like, yo, you got to get your business together. You got to get your business right. He told him about the publishing game.
He bought the Beatles publishing.
Michael ended up getting so big that he bought the Beatles publishing. The Beatles publishing was worth so much that literally Sony gave Michael Jackson half of their publishing company just to own the Beatles catalog. So whenever you used to see, look it up. Whenever you used to see Sony ATV, that was Sony, and ATV was Michael Jackson's publishing company, right? Imagine how powerful a black man is when he owns half of our majority of the music industry's publishing. And in some cases was even giving publishing back to some of the artists. He gave Little Richard his publishing back. I don't know how many people he did that to, but he gave Little Richard his publishing back. Look, in 2016, and this was 2016, Sony paid $750 million to acquire Michael Jackson's, 50% stake in Sony ATV Music Publishing, a joint venture that Jackson and Sony formed in 1995. This made Sony the sole owner of the world's largest music publishing company. I believe, this is all conspiracy theory. This is just brilliant idiots, by the way. We just talking this podcast. I believe that Michael Jackson had too much power in the music industry, had too much control over the most valuable asset in music, which is people's publishing. And I believe they had to take him out because of it.
What do you think?
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Wait. I have more, RJ. RJ, you want to make this even crazier? Everything is connected. Remember, everything is connected.
Yeah.
Fair use.
Could mean life in prison. And cases like this can depend on the testimony of the child accuser.
In general, the child will be able to recall and recollect with some detail the incident, and that is persuasive to a jury, even if it is the only testimony that is available.
Jackson gave a wave when he was released after booking. He's scheduled for arraignment in January.
Michael's been a long-time resident of Trump Tower, and last night the Donald strongly reiterated his defense of Jackson with Larry King by going after the accuser's mother.
She's had plenty of experience at going after people, and she goes after them viciously and violently. And I saw a story and I read another story about some of the things she's done, and I don't believe it.
But you know what it's like when an indictment comes down.
It's tough.
It's presumption.
It's tough. It's tough to win, but I have a feeling he's going to win, Larry. The interesting thing is I've known Michael from many different standpoints, and Michael would spend a lot of time with my kids. I have beautiful kids, and at the time, like at Mar-a-Lago, and even in Trump Tower, the kids were very young. Michael would come, play with the kids. He just loved children. He was not a child molester, and I am certain of that. He loved children. He'd play with my son Eric and my son Donald, and he'd just play with them forever. He loved children, but he was not a child molester. And, you know, that whole final saga of Neverland and the police and what they did was, I think, a very, very bad part of Michael's life.
Wow.
Life will be crazy.
In 1 minute and 30 seconds, we saw Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. What are the chances? Well, that is a chance, I think. But yo, that's crazy, man.
That's quite crazy.
KaiR, and this is, let me just say this as well. They tried a smear campaign against, or well, they've been doing smearing campaign against Trump for a long time.
Yeah.
He said, if I get elected this time around, I will make sure to disclose or make public files of JFK and one more person. I'm forgetting who. In any case, I don't think that it's a country outside of the US that's trying to get him got. I think his biggest enemies are within. And Kamala, on the other hand, has been on the state side. I don't think, to be fair, that Kamala was she's a she was a prosecutor and a politician. She doesn't have power, right? She's not the beholder of power. But if it is true that there weren't any evidence or very little evidence, and they put Kamala on point, and Kamala executed Order 66, they might say, oh, this is a good soldier.
Hey, man.
This is crazy, man.
It's crazy.
I'm shook it, man. I'm shook it. Not shocked. I'm shook it.
And you wonder why. Janet was on an interview like a month ago saying she's not black. It's not connected. It's all in a small bubble, man.
Yeah. It's so the world is big to us, but when you're at the top, it gets smaller. So everyone at one point or another will get in the same room with each other. And if you're unlucky, you'll be in a room where all the doors are locked. In which case, you would also, chances are you would also smell baby oil all over the place. Highly flammable, by the way. So
You
anything.
better
Watch out with the friction is what
get
I'm
a
saying.
match and put yourself on fire because
Watch out with the friction is what I'm saying.
shit. Oh man. Yo, let's wrap this up, man. Let's go to the next part, guys. Let us know what you think about this whole thing. I mean, RJ's mind was blown away. Clearly, he's still trying to cope with whatever he saw. The connections, everything is interconnected. Let us know in the comments what you think about this. Do you see the connection? What's your theory about this whole situation? Let us know in the comments, man. It's crazy, and it can get even crazier if you want to go into the rabbit hole. Drop your thoughts below, and we'll be able to pick the best comments that you share and feature it in one of our next videos. Let us know your hardest take. RJ.
Yes. We'll be like Cotton and pick the best comment.
Next time,
Oh,
please,
man, that's
please
a,
announce. Please announce.
We'll pick the hottest take in a future show. So we read everything. We can still read everything now. Really like to hear different points of views as well. So please share it with us. Don't forget as well to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. Thanks for watching. Let's get the conversation going in the comments. KR, we can. You were a bit early, man. You're a bit early this time with your Reddit gear.
It's not by choice. Not by choice. Next topic of today is the next segment of today. It's going to be the Reddit story. RJ, you have a Reddit story for us today? Let us know.
Yes, I should have a Reddit story, and I do have a Reddit story. And this one, KR, I want you to tell me. Oh, wait. I want you to tell me. Well, I was making a joke, but I want you to tell me whether you think this is. We're talking about a jealous girlfriend or an up to no good boyfriend. And the story goes as follow. The question is, am I wrong for wanting to know the reason why my boyfriend is going to Thailand? Two, we're talking about a couple, both are 25 years of age, okay? So me and my boyfriend have been together for just over 3 years. A couple of days ago, he told me that he needed a break and go on holiday alone for a bit. I completely understand. He works very hard and definitely deserves a well-earned break from work. I asked him where he was thinking of going. I was expecting to hear somewhere sunny and touristy like Spain or Italy. But he told me that he booked a ticket to Thailand and was going next Friday for a week. I was really surprised.
It's also sunny, right? Sunny,
What?
and it's not different than Spain. It's sunny.
I was really surprised. For context, we're both from Denmark. Which flag do you have on there? That's Finland, right?
No, that's not Finland.
The other side.
Norwegian.
Norwegian, okay. And as far as I'm aware, there are no historical connections or anything between Denmark and Thailand. He has also never shown any interest in Thai culture, food, etc. In fact, I don't think he's even ever mentioned the country before. I also know absolutely nothing about Thailand. I asked him why he wanted to go to Thailand, genuinely curious about his answer. He couldn't really come up with a reply other than saying that his friend went and it was really nice. I wasn't really satisfied with his answer. No. Okay. Yo. I wasn't really satisfied with his answer and asked him again the next day, trying to sound as casual as possible. I explained to him that I am completely fine with him going, but it just took me by surprise and I wanted to know what attracted him to Thailand. This time he got really defensive, accusing me of not trusting him. I assured him that I did trust him, but that I simply wanted to know why he was so set on going to this country.
Come on, man.
We haven't really spoken for a day, and I'm starting to feel like I did something wrong. Of course, I trust my boyfriend. Why would I not? I'm just getting suspicious and worried about why he's flying to a completely different continent and being so secretive and defensive about it. I'm so confused. Am I wrong here? What would you tell this nice lady, KR?
Oh, this nice lady might be looking into too much. The guy is trying to go somewhere because what did she say? She was expecting him to go where? To a sunny and what were the requirements? What else? What are the requirements you said in the beginning?
The what?
In the beginning, she said, I was expecting him to go to a sunny.
Yeah, Spain. Let me see, a sunny and touristy location like Spain or Italy.
But Thailand finds you can categorize Thailand in the same way. It's sunny and touristy.
Yeah.
And and the people there. No, I'm just kidding. But what? So if you went to Colombia, she would have flipped as well. Is that what you're trying to say? Would she have flipped if he went to South Africa?
It's a bit.
She doesn't trust him. She acts like she trusts him, but she doesn't. We all know that I'm making jokes, of course, but there are men that fly to Thailand for different needs, and they do whatever they do there for cheap. Some fly to Philippines to do that. And that's the and some people fly also to Colombia. So this is
difference is though that in Colombia there's a chance you won't come back.
And Brazil as well. So
you didn't mention Brazil because then I would have said the same for Brazil. By the way, I wanted to go to Brazil last year. It's a shame I didn't go. Looking forward to go.
Don't drink any drinks there. Just go
only
with
bottled water.
Yeah, but yeah. So some people fly to other countries to meet women, and some people fly to Santo Domingo to meet women as well. So there are certain hot spots where people, in their brain, they connect it to that kind of activity. Maybe the guy is just going there to relax because he doesn't want to see. I mean, don't forget, Thai food is very good. You can say that about Spanish food. Nothing against my Spanish viewers and listeners. Thai food is different. Maybe
I can't eat. I think the paella is with seafood. I can't eat seafood because I'm allergic. So I'm allergic to. I can't eat. Well, I'd rather have that poison than the one you.
No, but I don't think it's any big. Maybe he's not responding because you are hammering him.
I don't think so. This is what I think, guys. If you have a different comment, if you agree, or if you have anything to add to the conversation, please drop it down in the comment below. But this is what I think here. I think that when a woman starts asking you questions, you know that you can, no matter how subtle you think you're asking it, a man can feel immediately why the question is being posed. Why are you posing this question? And it's not necessarily that you don't trust or don't trust. It's just they want to know, they want an answer that they're satisfied with. Will they be 100% satisfied? I can speak for all women. but they will never be 100% satisfied. The thing is, when they ask a question and you tell them, and you tell the woman you're going there because your friend went there and it's nice. By the way, I've lived in the Netherlands, and a lot of people go to Thailand, to the Philippines. They go there for vacation because it's very cheap as well. You can get more bang for your. You can get no, not bang. This is the
Not that type of bang. A different type of bang.
Yeah.
The food, everything is
maybe
cheap.
you would get more value for your money there.
Now you're setting the
I
guy
used
up.
the wrong.
You're
I
setting the
never
guy
use
up.
KR. I never use that, and now I
I use it
decided
all
to.
the time. Maybe you talk.
No, but yeah, so a lot of people go there, and something women don't understand as well. They always think that there needs to be a reason why. Sometimes you just want to go there. Sometimes it's as simple as my boy went there, my friend went there, he liked it, he told me it's a must see. I'm going there.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not that
always
deep.
some.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, it's not. But women are very focused on patterns, and his actions was clearly out of character.
Out of character.
And so
yeah.
she's trying to figure out what it was. But I think it's either two things. It can be either a boyfriend that has intentions to do something, or it can simply be that he's feeling the pressure, because when you ask the question, this is immediately, like, this is within fractions of a second. This is the thought that goes through someone's head. Okay, she's asking this. Why is she asking me this question? Oh, she's asking me because she thinks there's something, or she's a bit suspicious. If I tell her that it's this, then she won't believe me, and then you will get an answer. You feel guilty without you've even done anything. So nah, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. I don't think. I don't think so. I'm not putting my hand in fire for this dude. I don't know him. Maybe yes, but it doesn't have to be the case, and I don't think there's too much here. You're just, yeah. I don't think there's much to this story, to be honest.
No, I don't
So
think
that's my take. Did you want to say something else before I read the top reactions?
Well, one thing you can learn from this is that a lot of times you have to be people see trust as a component of reoccurring doing the same thing. So having a same pattern. When you deviate from that pattern, people will mistrust you because you're not doing the same, you're not moving according to what they expect, the usual pattern. So I think that's the reason here, where he's doing something he's never done before. If he was a person that was already moving unorthodox his whole life, she wouldn't think anything of it. So that's a lot. That's maybe something everyone can learn. If you want for a woman to always trust you, move 100% of the time unorthodox. Move out of nowhere, do something, and then she know, oh, that's the path. This is how the guy is. Sometimes he's gonna do crazy stuff. He's gonna say, I'm flying tomorrow to Alaska. Crazy stuff like that. I'm going to Nairobi out of nowhere. Stuff like that. I'm going to Peru. I'm not going to the Machu Picchu. I'm going to the other way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's how you, not saying that you should do that, but that's the pattern where you can, if you're unorthodox, people are used to you being unorthodox. You can
But sometimes women ask questions and the guy will already feel like guilty without even thinking about certain things. But hey, this is the comments, and you can. And
work out with me.
I'm gonna share the top comments, and you can tell me whether you think the people reacting are men or women. Okay. Rumpel Wank Skin says, ask him where he's staying. I live in Pattaya, and it's renowned as the world's brothel. Mighty Bean 7 reacts. Unless Mighty Bean 7 reacts and says, unless he lies. Then she can Google the answer and check how far away it is from Pattaya. Yo! Lil Queen Emmy 48 says, wanting to know why he picked Thailand isn't suspicious. It's just natural curiosity. His defensive reaction is a bit weird, especially since you've been together for 3 years. If he can't give you a straight answer that raises some red flags, you have every right to ask about where he's staying to. Better to know that than to not worry. Trust your gut and keep lines of communication open. Long
What did you
jumping
say?
source. So
Trust
that
your
was like
gut?
a what?
Trust your gut?
Gut.
Oh,
Gut
gut.
feeling.
Oh, I thought you said trust your God. What does God
No.
have to do with this? He's banging out hookers out there. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
But so Lil Queenie, but I think this was the first answer that I came across. I was like, okay, this is like a more balanced one, right?
Mm.
To which long jumping source 735 reacted. Sex tour. End of story.
Yo, it's definitely
And
definitely a
uh,
man.
Cleo Calliope says, I mean, Thailand is sunny and touristy too, and you can get great food service and lodging for your money. However, the fact that he could not think of anything to say why he wanted to go, not even disclose what exactly his friend liked so much about it, that's definitely suspicious. And I have two more KR, as I was like, yo. Where is it? Okay, hash. Yeah, hash map data to value said if he wants, he can get it. So like brothel in Denmark legally, though not at the same prices. Can you guess what uninvited friend said to that?
No.
My concern isn't the price of sex workers he's looking for, but the age.
Nah. 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 Yeah, y'all foul. Now you're putting something on this man.
You're looking, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now they're putting something on this man. I would have I would have thought you would have said gender, but age is a bit this is why people put things on people. This is why we covered, maybe by mistake, we covered Michael Jackson's situation before this, because people are putting things on people's neck without any reason, just because now because I'm flying there, so I cannot. No, I'm not gonna even say what I'm going to say, but yeah, people are sick. Find God. Or find
God, God or gut. But find something.
before you find something else in your gut.
Oh man, so that's it, guys. Let us know your thoughts and opinions about this story. Do you think we're talking about a jealous girlfriend here, or is it simply a bad boyfriend? Does she have reasonable grounds to distrust, or did the guy basically give certain answers that raises red flags? Let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new content. KR, I think we can move to the next segment.
Yes, sir. Let's go to the next segment right away. The second topic of today is going to be Brian Mwenda. For those who don't know, what would you do if your lawyer wasn't a real lawyer? Meet Brian Mwenda Njagi, a young Kenyan who became famous or infamous for winning real court cases despite the lack of a law degree. He didn't sneak by. He hacked the entire system. RJ.
That's crazy. As an attorney, I can't even call him my colleague, apparently, to hear that story. So I'm curious to hear about this. But before we dive deeper, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. Let us know your thoughts. The hot takes will be mentioned in a future show. KR, tell
Yes,
me
sir. Yes,
about
sir.
this.
Brian
attorney.
Mwenda Njagi story started in 2023 when he gained attention for representing clients and allegedly winning cases in the Kenyan court. But there is a twist. Guess what? He was never a lawyer. Here you have a couple of pictures of him. The man is swagged out, and he was winning cases left and right. Here you have him here, dressed like a respectable lawyer. In fact, Mwenda was just a criminology student who managed to bypass the legal checks by borrowing the identity of a real lawyer, Brian Mwenda Mtwiga. So it's just a small. This breach involved.
Wait.
And just like that, it's back on the wall. He was involved in a breach, hacking into the Law Society of Kenya's system to alter the real lawyer's information and uploaded his own picture. With his fake credentials, according to the stories, he represented clients in legal battles. RJ, how many cases do you think he won?
How long has he been a lawyer? Since 2003?
Well, it started in 2003. He was caught at the end of 2013. 23. Sorry, my bad. 2023 is when it started. And by the end of 2023, he was caught.
What type of lawyer is he? Criminal lawyer?
I think it's criminal. They didn't say exactly which.
Then he might get like...
I mean, he was winning cases, so I guess it was criminal.
I would say 30, 40.
He's 20. He's like the Mayweather of law. 26-0.
Yeah.
Let's take a look real quick at one of the videos. Here you have him in real life, in court. Fair use.
It was a bail ruling today, but the matter has been adjourned because the bail report was not ready as of today. So the ruling will be on the 23rd of this month. That is on Tuesday. Yeah.
And I think maybe it will be proper for us to get to know you first.
My name is Alvin Kasaya, advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and I'm representing Brian Mwenda in this case.
Brian Mwenda.
Yeah.
Mwenda.
Yeah, my name is Sami Mudomi, and I'm a friend of Brian. We schooled together at high school. Yeah, so I'm really supporting him to be bailed out. Yeah.
All right.
My name is Colin Sogutu. I was appearing in this case on behalf of the Law Society of Kenya. And based on what our fellow advocate has said, the matter was coming up for a bail ruling today. And pursuant to what has been submitted in court, Brian Mwenda, and our application, Brian Mwenda will stay in custody until the 23rd, when he will appear in court once again for purposes of reviewing the probation report and also for purposes of reviewing some documentation that was presented from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. And also,
so we are talking about someone who was arrested last year and the case is still ongoing. It's actually incredible and honestly terrifying. This guy was able to, well, represent people, win cases without any formal training and no legal oversight. Playing with your life, gambling with your life. The man had no official law degree or practicing license, but he was still able to gain access to that system. And oh man, RJ, what do you think about this?
Hey, cases are one, depending on what type of cases we're talking about, right? But the grounds of the case play a big role. So the facts of the matter. If you have a good case, let's say strong legal position, you have a great position to win. 20-0 is a very remarkable. 26-0 is a very remarkable outcome, I have to say. But I don't know what type of case it is. So that's the only problem I have. So I think it can be complex cases, to be honest, because also if I look at the short period of time, I don't know what we're talking about right here, right now. But it is remarkable that he won. He could have had a great future as a lawyer, but the fact that he hacked into the system and practiced law in an illegal manner, to do it quickly, basically ruined his chances, because now even if he has a degree, I don't know much, but the bar there won't let him go become a lawyer. I mean, KaiR, you committed fraud prior to becoming a lawyer. They'll never let you in.
Yeah. I mean, this is a problem, right? If you look at it, but I'm gonna leave him before we close out this topic. I'm gonna leave him up to him to say a couple of things. I don't know what he's going to say, but here is Brian, the infamous lawyer without degree who's winning cases like it's nothing. Maybe this is the solution for Diddy. Fly him over because you have a whack lawyer who's trying to tank your case. You need to find some talent to support you. Maybe he is the missing piece in the dream team. He's the Michael Jordan to Scottie Pippen. Well, I don't know if the current lawyer is a Scottie Pippen. He's probably more a Steve Kerr, but okay. Let's continue.
Good morning, everyone. So yesterday, Morara Kebaso was subjected to violence by goons when you were hired na this daft cunt anaitwa Otieno something Kajwang, TJ Kajwang. Very retrogressive character. Anyway, that is far from the point that I want to make. The main point today is Kaskazini, Kajudas, Kasamuel, a young man who had enormous potential to become great in this country, to lead. He had an opportunity, he had an audience, he had quite notable influence, both online and offline. And he has wasted all of that because, he was able to negotiate, he was able to reach the likes of Osoro, and they probably gave him something like 200,000. It's not reasonable money. I do not know what he was going through, but a majority of us really believed in this young man.
We believed in you too, Brian. His I don't know who his barber is, but he has to also fly to America because we need barbers like this. That his cut looks clean. You're on mute.
I'm talking with the lisps all of a sudden.
Mike Tyson.
I was thinking the same thing. He has a fresh haircut. And I think now that he has fraud on his CV,
he isn't convicted yet.
Go to Atlanta because
oh my god. Well, he can
link
fly
up
over Atlanta
with Jay Morrison and all of those people. Start a platform and become rich because not women, ratchet women like it when you have a little bit of crime or demeanor in your past, you know?
Yeah, a bit goonish. You gotta be a bit goonish.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what
It
you
is
think.
impressive what he did. Notwithstanding what type of case he did, I do think it's easy. It's easy cases, but it is impressive. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about Brian Mwenda. Does he have a clean, fresh haircut? Clean haircut. Do you think he should be punished for his deception, or do you believe his skills are warrant for some leniency? Hey, guys, let us know what you think about this. Yes, let us know. Drop your comments down below. We'll pick the best comments out there, and hey, maybe you'll be the one who's chosen to be in our next video. Make sure you share your hottest take.
Yes, make sure you share your hottest take, and because we'll highlight it in the next video if it's selected as the hottest take of the week. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates and different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. Thanks for watching. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. We got about 10 minutes to go. So, KR, with that being said, let's move to the short thought. I'm silk.
Why
Smooth like silk. Except for the background collapsing, but okay.
Yes, I don't. So this is the thing, right? We only have one short thought for today, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll follow up right now. Hey guys, at our next segment is the short thought. As usual, we have at the short thought a commonplace situation, trending news, where we give our short opinion. So we don't need more than 10 minutes. It's gonna be probably short. So Veneer specialist arrested, and guess where? I don't know where you got that from, but it is the mighty Atlanta. Atlanta had one of the top veneer specialists. I don't know if you guessed that one, but
the fraud. I didn't know this was coming up. I didn't know this was coming up. I made an Atlanta joke in the previous segment. What are the chances?
What are the chances? So let's see. This guy was a veneer specialist, Brandon Dillard. And well, for those who don't know, there's no such thing as a veneer tech. There's only this is the thing that's been going on. People talk about being a veneer tech. There is no such thing. You need to be practicing dentistry and medicine in order to place veneers. So this is actually it's illegal. Apparently, didn't think it was. Let's see what happened. Fair use.
On TikTok for veneer transformations is now in the Fulton County Jail. Good evening. I'm George Estevez in for Justin Farmer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer. Authorities say the man is not a dentist and never has been, and they say he's been putting patients at risk. In a Channel 2 Action News exclusive, consumer investigator Justin Gray is live in Northeast Atlanta after going along with investigators who raided the business. Justin.
An Atlanta man who went viral.
Yeah, these are the 8 felony criminal warrants. Investigators still there at this hour. They called this Operation Toothache, and a deputy district attorney figured out what was going on here by seeing.
Oh man, hey yo, these operation names are getting out of hand. Oh, I don't want to hear the name of, I don't want to hear the name of the Diddy case. Operation Baby Oil.
Well, I just hope the word ache isn't in it.
Oh my God. Let's continue.
A viral TikTok. Investigators raided what looks like a high-end dental practice in Northeast Atlanta. Check out social media. You see the specialty of A-List Smiles Atlanta, veneers.
It does look reputable. It does look professional, and that's part of the scam.
Yeah, to his 157,000 Instagram followers, Brandon Dillard promoted himself as
someone who might pop up.
Atlanta's top veneer specialist and trainer. But he's not showing off that expensive smile in this booking photo on 8 felony charges, including practicing dentistry and medicine without a license and theft by deception. Is Brandon Dillard a dentist?
Brandon Dillard is not a dentist. He's never been a dentist. And as much as he may want to play one on Instagram, he is not one.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis tells me only licensed dentists can do this kind of work in Georgia. But Dillard has been operating
Gorilla Grip.
Gorilla Grip. Atlanta is a wild place.
Bro, what a small world. But let's see what Fonnie has to say. Shout out to her.
Here for years in plain sight. To his 157.
If you went to this and you thought it was a dental office and you looked at the equipment, it appears to be legitimate. But that's what the best fraudsters do, is they do everything they can to make themselves look legitimate. And in this case, this is an illegitimate operation. The problem is the consequences are to one's health.
Brandon Dillard also showed off his veneer training course on social media, where for $6,000, he taught people from around the country to be a veneer specialist. But there is no such thing legally as a veneer specialist or tech in Georgia.
They were enticing people to come in to take these classes so that you could get rich too, but you were getting rich doing something that's completely illegal. If you went...
Patients showing up here expecting to have dental work instead found police. They say that people don't have a license and they're just arresting them all.
You a blood clot. Where my money at?
You're a blood clot. Where my money at?
What you talking about?
DA Willis says patient.
Yes, ma'am, you've been scammed. RJ.
Hey, man,
What do you
I
think
didn't
about
know. I
the-
didn't know when I made that Atlanta joke. Also about the lawyer we talked about in the previous segment. And of course, guys, if you're watching this as a clip, we have a full show. This is 204, so check it out. But if I made the joke about the attorney in which country was it?
Kenya.
Kenya, who was not an attorney, who was a student, a criminology student, I believe. And
Yep.
now they caught him after like 8 months or something. And now that he has, and my joke was, now that he has fraud on his CV, he can go right to Atlanta because there are a lot of fraudsters there, and he can start his business. Little did I know, because I don't know. KR is the ones that is in contact with the producer.
No.
To as it relates to the topics. I didn't know. Little did I know that the next short thought segment would be about a fraudster in the A-town. I mean, couldn't have guessed it. It's sad. I'm happy though that it seems that like they're doing veneers only, and that's what they're promoting. So the riches are in the niches. I'm happy that he was promoting veneers and not root canal procedures, because that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy.
Yo, the whole veneer tech thing is a very interesting business. People have been warning people that veneer tech doesn't exist. You have to go to a dentist. Only dentists are allowed to place veneers and et cetera, et cetera. So the whole idea of people messing with your mouth like it's nothing and acting like they are professionals, it's wild. And you know what's even crazier? People were paying $6,000 to go to his course, a 2-day course, to get their weight up.
Rico!
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh man, imagine paying $6,000. Yo, you just paid your money, and then, like the woman said, "Where's my blood clot money?" You paid for your course or whatever veneer you need to get, and now you have $0.0. People are very, very the worst out here. So, hey man, this is what it is. But stay woke. Don't fall asleep.
KR, we have awake, we have sleep, And in between, we have woke, which is sleepwalking. Stay awake, guys. Stay awake.
Okay, my bad. Stay awake. Hey guys, this was it for the show. Let us know in the comments what you think about this whole veneer tech situation. Did you have your veneer placed by a tech? And are your teeth falling out your mouth? I'm sorry, I had to laugh. Hey, good luck to everyone who had a tech replace it and not a real dentist. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we will choose the best one to be featured in one of our next videos. Ajay,
where did Dame Dash got his teeth done? Okay. Hey,
yo, let's close this up. Yo, what the
if you
heck?
made it this far, guys, we really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching and listening. Please let's have a conversation. Let us know in the comments below what you think about the topics we discussed. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section. We'll see each other in the next one. Until next time. Dos.
Peace. Talk to you guys later.
Peace up. Hey, town.
Beep, 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 beep. One more teeth tap. Beep, 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 beep.